Hey, everybody, this is Diane Branton Moody again. I'm here with episode 43 of 50 Something Love. And the topic that I wanted to talk about today is what is it do I have to change in order to get more dates? This is a question that I hear lots of times. And frankly, I also felt this way when I was dating. What is it I have to do? Is it lose weight? Is it change my hair? Do men really prefer women who are quiet or my outgoing personality? Is that going to be okay? What is it I have to do to be the person that men like? And let me tell you how that is so the wrong question. Whether you're asking it as a woman as to what men will like, or if you're a guy saying, hey, what can I do? What can I change to get more women? In both cases, you really don't need to be asking this question. And I'm making an assumption that you are basically a decent human being, that you're a good person. So, um, there are some things that you might want to do and be in consideration of because it makes you feel good. Not because it makes them like you more, but because it makes you feel good. Ladies, you probably know what I'm talking about if I say you just found the most perfect outfit while you were shopping. You put that on and you felt sexy as hell. You looked in the mirror and you saw a goddess. You loved the way you looked in that. So, you know that feeling? I want you to put a pin in that feeling so that you can conjure up that feeling again soon. Men, do you know what it's like when you had maybe it was a great workout day, or you accomplished something at work that nobody thought you were capable of accomplishing, or you looked in the mirror and you said, damn, I look good. Whatever it is, do you remember that feeling? You were proud, you were kind of happy, you thought you were really something in getting done what you got done. Do you remember that feeling? Okay, so put a pin in that. Put a pin in that feeling so that you can conjure up that feeling again when you want to. The reason I'm saying this is because I have a theory when it comes to dating and actually all human interaction. And I think it's that men, when they're looking at a woman, and men, you're going to have to tell me if I'm right on this or not, but I think I am. When you look at a woman, you may like her looks, you may like her body type, you may think she's pretty. You may think that she's not quite your body type, but there's just something about her. You can't really explain it. You don't know what it is, but somehow she grabs your attention and you are just mesmerized. And you can't really say the reason for why she mesmerizes you. Is it is it her looks? Maybe that contributes. Is it that she's sassy or quiet or whatever? You just really can't put your thumb on it. You really just don't know exactly what's going on here. Well, in my opinion, I believe what's going on is that you are reading her energy, as all animals do. We're just less conscious of it these days because we are verbal creatures. We can tell each other what we feel, even if we don't do it exactly truthfully, but we can use our words, and so we've kind of lost the fact that we are absolutely conscious of each other's energy. But anyway, this woman, this girl, has something about her that just says she likes who she is. She's confident in who she is. She likes herself. She takes care of herself. That doesn't mean she's perfect in terms of her body or her clothing or anything like that, but you could just tell that she enjoys herself. This is the kind of woman I want all of you women listening to become. The kind of woman that radiates the energy out there that you think you're pretty damn special. Not in an entitled way, not in a bratty 3-year-old way. We're talking about the fact that you just happen to like who you are. In fact, you love who you are. You think you're pretty awesome, and you enjoy being around other awesome people. And you think you look good. When you look in the mirror, you're not picking yourself apart like so many women do. So many women, when they're looking at themselves in the mirror, they're going, "Oh my God, my nose is too big. Oh my God, what happened to my hair? Lord, what is wrong with me? I put on weight." All of those things that you're criticizing yourself. And that makes you feel just a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. That energy is also being read. It is. This is not something that you're keeping to yourself. You don't even have to express it out loud and other people pick up on it. They don't know why. They don't know exactly what they're picking up on. They don't know that you literally just picked yourself apart in the mirror. They don't have that information about you, but they know that you're just not loving on yourself very much. And what that gives them is, then why should I? Now, I am not talking about at all. I am not talking about who you are with your spouse, with someone you've been with for a long time. I'm not talking about a long-term relationship at this point. I'm talking about the just meeting each other stage. Maybe you chatted online a little bit, but you haven't met in person. And so here's going to be my suggestion for that. Whatever you have to do to get that feeling about yourself that you are just pretty freaking awesome, I want you to do that. You need to do that. Is that getting a new dynamite haircut on blowout? And then when you look in the mirror, you're not too busy tearing down that mole on your cheek, but you're more like saying, "Damn, I look good." Maybe it's a new outfit that you want, or put together an old outfit in a different way that when you look at it, you go, "Hell yeah, I'm all that. Look at me. I look amazing. What about that? I'm actually a beautiful woman." Who knew? Guys, the same thing for you. If you've been on the last 5 dates and they bombed and you don't know why, you're not really sure what went on, but you know something isn't working out very well. What is it you have to do to start feeling your confidence again? Do you need to do you need to go have a really good workout somewhere, lift some weights? You need to go hang out with a couple of your guy friends, go have beers and chat with each other, beat somebody playing pool? What is it you need to do? If getting a new outfit does it for you too, and I know there are some men who love to look good, then I think maybe you should do that. Or maybe it's just learning to converse better. Maybe you're shy and you just don't really know how to have a conversation, so you practice on that. How about learning to dance? I know I keep bringing up dancing, but guys, if you didn't know how much this will make you feel special, you need to. Because every dance place I've ever been to has been way more women than men there. And so the men have their choice of dance partners all night long. So maybe you need to go dance. So I know this episode has been just a bit on the vague side because I am talking in not very specific terms. If you want to lose weight, then do so. I'm not telling you you can't. I'm just saying that a guy will forgive a lot of what you think is wrong with you if you vibe in person and you think you're amazing. They love that in a woman. I've heard that from all kinds of guys before I got married. They all liked that about me because I thought I was pretty good stuff. So, if losing weight's an option and that makes you feel better, then do it. If nothing else, get a little bit of exercise and movement. That's really good for your nervous system. It makes you feel a lot better about yourself automatically. So, get some exercise, maybe out in the fresh air. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to go walk your dog. Maybe you need to go get your feet in the soil. Whatever that is, I would love to hear from you guys on what it is that you're planning to do so that you can get that amazing feeling about how amazing you are. Because I know when you're dating and you're dating and you're dating and people just don't hit right, that bums you out because most people are thinking, well, it's my fault. He didn't like me. He thought I was too tall, too short, too fat, too loud, too whatever. When in reality, most of the time, it's just it didn't vibe. Or maybe your energy was just so far down in the toilet, it just wasn't that attractive in the moment. Once you're in a relationship, you can expect people to stick with you when you've had those kinds of energy in the toilet moments. They signed up for better or worse. They're going to be there. And plus, they love you enough at that point to really be able to tolerate that. But that's not true in the first couple of dates. They're just looking for you to be that magnetic woman that they just really can't explain exactly, but who really captivates them, and vice versa. So, yep, I would really like to hear from you guys. Please leave a note on the podcast, or you can email me. You can find me all over the place, Instagram, TikTok, and leave me a note that you heard this episode and this is what you decided to do to make yourself feel like you're hot stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Another episode of 50 Something Love, and looking forward to seeing you next time.